आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
In this question, we have to find the limit n tends to infinity of x by x power 2 power n plus 1, and then we have to find the options, which options are correct. Option A, option B, option C, and option D, which one is correct, that we have to check. So for that, first we will do direct limit calculation. So when we calculate direct method, limit n tends to infinity x by x power 2n plus 1. So when this can be written as limit x tends to, not x, it is n tends to infinity x by x squared raised to n plus 1. So when n tends to infinity, this x squared power n will tends to infinity, and this will become a infinity by infinity form, that is an indeterminate form. So we will find the solution by finding values of f of x for different ranges of x. So let's find the ranges first. F of x is equals to, okay, let's take x squared is less than 1. So when x squared is less than 1, limit, we'll see here, limit n tends to infinity x by x square whole power n plus 1. So when x squared is less than 1, what happens? Here it will be for a value which is less than 1 power n it will become. So that when n tends to infinity, this value will become 0. So therefore we can write f of x is equals to x by 0 plus 1. 0 is because when value of less than 1 power n tends to infinity, this value will become 0. This value will become 0. So this will become x by 0 plus 1, which is equals to x. So we can write when x squared is less than 1, the value is x. Now we will take the range x squared is greater than 1. So when x squared is greater than 1, we have limit n tends to infinity x by x squared power n plus 1. So here when x squared is greater than 1, let's divide both the numerator and denominator with x. So it will become 1 by x will become 1 by x power 2n minus 1 plus 1 by x. So we are dividing with x here. So when n tends to infinity, this term will become infinity. So 1 by infinity plus 1 by x. So that is equals to, when infinity is added with a finite value, that value will become infinity. So it will become 1 by infinity plus 1 by x is equals to 1 by infinity. So 1 by infinity is nothing but 0. So we can write when n tends to infinity of this function x squared is greater than 1, the value is 0. Next we will take when x is equals to 1. So for when x is equals to 1, I will write here limit n tends to infinity x by x square raised to n plus 1. So when x is equals to 1, we substitute here, it will become 1 by 1 plus n. So 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. So that is equals to half. So when x is equals to 1, value is half. Now when x is equals to minus 1, this value will become the same. We are substituting here. So it will become minus 1 divided by minus 1 whole square, which will become plus 1. So 1 power n plus 1. So when it tends to infinity, n tends to infinity, it will become minus 1 by 2. So the value will be minus 1 by 2. Now we got all the ranges, all the values of f of x for the ranges x squared less than 1, x squared greater than 1, and x equals to 1 and x is equals to minus 1. Now let's see what are the options given. We have to find f of 1 plus and f of 1 minus first. So for that, first we will find the values of f of 1 plus and f of 1 minus. So let's do. F of 1 plus means all the values of x which is greater than 1. So it will be in the range of x squared greater than 1. So we know that x squared greater than 1 means the value will be 0. So f of 1 plus is equals to 0, and f of 1 minus means approaching from negative side. So less than 1. When x is less than 1, the value will be, when x is less than 1, the value is equals to 1. You can see here, when x is less than 1, the value will be x, that is equals to 1. Then next one is f of minus 1 minus. So this range is like when x is less than minus 1, so the value will be, when x minus 1, if it is approaching from minus 1, so the value will be equals to 0. So this can be written like this. When x squared is x squared less than 1, this can be written as minus 1 less than x less than 1, and x squared greater than 1 can be written as when x is greater than 1 and when x is less than minus 1. So if you are checking here, f minus 1 negative, which is equals to x squared, it will be in the range of x squared greater than 1. So that is, the value will be 0. And now when f of minus 1 plus means it is greater than negative 1. So greater than negative 1 means it lies in the range x squared minus this range. So that is equals to, that range will be my x, that is equals to minus 1. X squared is less than 1 means it is x, so x value will be minus 1. So now next is f of 1. So f of 1 means the range is equals to, when x is equals to 1, f of x is equals to half, so the value is 1 by 2. Now next we have to substitute in the options. For option A, it is f of 1 plus f of 1 minus, that is equals to 0. Whether we have to check whether it is true or false. So f of 1 plus means it is 0. 0 plus f of 1 minus is 1. So that is equals to 1, but it is not true. So this option A is not correct. Now option B is f of 1 plus f of 1 minus. F of 1 plus is 0 plus f of 1 minus is 1. Then plus f of 1. F of 1 is half. So that is equals to 3 by 2. So the answer is correct for option B. And for option C says f of minus 1 plus. F of minus 1 plus is minus 1 plus f of minus 1 negative is 0. That is equals to minus 1. So option C is also correct. For option D, option D says f of 1 plus f of minus 1 negative equal to 0. So f of 1 plus is what? F of 1 plus is 0. 0 plus f of negative 1 minus is 0. That is equals to 0. So that is also true. So options, you can say that options, option C, option B, option C and option D are correct.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।